Today, I want to talk about what it looks like to work with Gen Zers. Now, of course, we are going to take a look through the lens of leadership. And of course, we always want to ensure that we are doing our best to work with whichever generation we're working with or whichever generations are working with us at work. So I came across a recent article from MSN where it was talking about leaders and managers' response in reaction to working with Gen Zers. And I thought it was really, really, really interesting. I'm going to link this article inside of the description. But one of the things that it said was that 12% of managers said that they've actually fired a Gen Z employee in their first week of work. And then they cite the reasons why. 12 to 16% said that they had to fire them within the first week or month of work. One of the things that the article talks about is about the fact that Gen Zers are really, really good and strong with technology. However, what they're seeing is, we're talking about in the workplace, they're finding that they may not have sufficient interpersonal skills. And the thing is, we have to have a balance of both. So here's the thing, with every generation, they're going to have something that's really awesome about them and something that they need to improve on. And a lot of times with every generation that comes about, it's like, hey, we want to be different from the previous generation. Either we want to be better or we want to do things differently through a different lens. And that's fine. That's a part of evolving and a part of us growing as people and as cultures and all of that, right? So I will say that I have worked with pretty much every age group under the sun, from the little young people to senior citizens. And I can say that one of the things that I have learned is that if socialization doesn't happen properly in the earlier ages and stages, and even throughout the schooling ages, so like high school, it can lead to problems because people can get comfortable working by themselves and not know how to interact. Have you ever been in a situation where you saw two people trying to interact and it was so awkward, like you weren't even involved and you're like, awkward? So I have actually seen that happen where two people who were so used to being by themselves had to interact with each other and it was so extremely awkward. I felt uncomfortable for both of them, and I deal with them both separately and didn't have that issue. But, it's just interesting that when people don't have the ability to interact with other people, they don't have those skill sets. I remember one time I was talking to a group and they were saying how they were bored or whatnot. And I was like, it's good to be bored. Being bored actually makes you more creative, And so we don't always have to be entertained. And I am also working on this, getting back to being able to just sit in silence and just enjoy not doing anything. I think in our society, especially as Americans, we can get so busy in living life and just go, 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 go. And then before you know it, it becomes a habit, and busyness becomes a habit. And being busy, being occupied is not necessarily a bad thing until we can't just sit down and be still. So I want you to think about this. Can you actually legitimately sit down and be still and be like, calm? And just be okay doing nothing. Just be okay sitting in a park, sitting, in your house without a TV on, without a phone on, without anything on. Can you do that? So as a leader, if you are working with Gen Zers, just know that you may have to put in an extra effort to help them develop interpersonal skills. Now, here's one thing I'm going to caution all leaders about. Don't try to pigeonhole all employees into a basket, right? Get to know the individual for who they are and treat them accordingly. Because I'm going to tell you, there are going to be some fabulous people in Gen Z who just need a little bit of guidance. And if we help them with the guidance that they need, they're going to do amazing things. And we want to be those kind of leaders that see the potential in our employees and that help to cultivate that out of them so that we can see them go and grow. And it's such a beautiful thing. So I hope that that is the type of leadership that you aspire to. And if so, kudos to you. All right, with that being said, make it a great day. Take care.